Say I wouldn't make it, but it's happening quick. Hating on me now, when I ain't got shit. You better not let me get rich, rich. You better not let me get rich, rich. You better not let me get rich. Hating on me now, when I ain't got shit. You better not let me get rich.
Then go ahead and make a wish. Put that on my life, they better not let me get rich. Stayed in the game, boy, I never rode the bench. All the people I'ma shit on, I done made me a list. Especially the DJs who don't wanna play my shit. And deep inside they heart, man, they know that it's a hit. Soon as you do it, then they all on your dick. When I was down bad, I couldn't get 50 cents. Got the city buzzing hard like camouflage did. Police on my hood, bro, like we was moving bricks. Whole damn task force know we off the hinge. And from the day I started this, I knew I was gon' win.
I see why you mad, you ain't swaggin' like this. Police in my whip, must be thought I had bricks. Say I wouldn't make it, but it's happening quick. Hating on me now, when I ain't got shit. You better not let me get rich, rich. You better not let me get rich, rich. You better not let me get rich. Hating on me now, when I ain't got shit. You better not let me get rich.
Seconds. Okay. Hey, good evening. Good evening.
Hey, campers.
What's going on? Welcome to the Rabble.
Good evening.
We are Rabble Rousers.
Oh, Lord.
How you doing out there in Houston, Texas, Chandra?
Boy, it's hot. And, you know, some different kind of pollen. I don't know what it is. This must be that loud because
we got a lot of trees.
We got that loud over here. We got
I'd like to get Mr. Brown some loud.
Y'all got a lot of trees.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got a lot of trees.
Oh boy, yeah, we got a lot of trees.
Okay,
boy. I'm telling you,
because Texas, you know, from what I've seen, some pictures, you know, it's a lot of bare land and no trees hardly at all.
No, we have a lot of green space out here. They love parks in Houston.
Oh, okay.
A lot of parks. It's beautiful over here. So when we see pollen, boy, it's
don't see it.
What? My car is green.
Wow, okay.
Boy, this has been a week, y'all.
Yeah.
Boy, these Republicans are mad. The Republicans, they started their shenanigans ever since November the 4th, you know, because they knew that that things wasn't going to go well with the vote. But they were really, really pissed when a lot of the states that they felt like was, you know, red for decades, you know, swung blue. But the reason why it didn't swing blue just because, you know, just because a lot of Black people, got up and voiced their opinion, it swung blue because Republicans had no leadership, and didn't nobody want Donald Trump back. And a lot of the Republicans didn't want his ass back. Go ahead and put out a disclaimer for myself tonight.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it out. Y'all might hear some things tonight that you might not, children might not be able to listen to, but this ain't a children's show.
It's not a show.
It's not a children's show.
We're gonna try to keep it as clean as we can keep it.
Well, one of the things I can piggyback on what you're saying is just that it started at the top, and Donald Trump was very poor leadership. And again, sometimes we want to just single black people. It just wasn't black people. It was a group of white people, a group of different nationality. They voted Donald Trump out. They voted a bunch of the Republican out. We could not have do it all by ourselves. I'm saying we might have been the heavyweight to get out to go vote, but it was done as a group of people in the state of Georgia. I can only talk about. We wanted them out, Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue, and we voted them out. Simple. Yeah. We wanted them out, and we have to keep in mind what they're trying to take out now. 3, 4, 5 years ago, they put it in. Yes. When it worked good for them, now it's not working now because it's not working in their favor. No, we know how it worked, and we are using it, and that's what they're disliking.
Yes. But you know what? We need to be more astute in the reason why they were able to pass those laws so easily in Georgia. The other day, Kemp and them were able to just go in that office and sign that law, those laws to be laws, the new voting laws in Georgia, and in a lot of other states it's going to be the same way, is because we don't take our local elections seriously. Our governorship, our state representatives, all of these people that's sitting up under those domes, it doesn't really matter who is sitting at the federal level if you have people passing laws like they are under that gold dome in Atlanta.
Correct. And I have to agree with you 100%, but at the same time, we got to get out locally, because all politics start locally. Yes. Because the Republican control the House, and that's what's happening. And the Republican had, they've been controlling the House, to my knowledge, for the last 5 years. It could be longer, but I know for the last 5 years, every office in the Republic, from Secretary of State down to the Labor Commission, the governor, lieutenant governor, all have been Republican. So when you're in control, the one who got the goal make the rule. And that's what sort of took place.
Yes.
But you're right. We got to get out and start voting, and voting in heavy numbers to get rid of some of those Republicans that making this stupid. But again, it don't supposed to be stupid, because they were using it, and now all of a sudden they don't want to use it. They want to still use it, but they don't want Jews to use it.
Yes, but and this is the reason why we showed them, this past election, that we have the ability to change things, and if our votes didn't count, they wouldn't have come and, and said, oh, well, now we gonna stop this foolishness.
Correct.
They wouldn't be doing all this. They wouldn't
Right.
be doing, just like, these new Jim Crow laws, if our votes didn't count. So now we have to really get out there every time, because if I could fly in the last 3 elections, so for Van election, the regular election and the runoff, I flew and drove to come back and vote because I'm still a registered.
Oh, you hadn't changed your voting place?
No, because
Okay.
I still have residency in Georgia. And then when it was time to vote for, when it was time to vote for the presidency, I flew. And when it was time to vote for Warnock and our senators, I flew again, because it was just that important to me, And in every election since I was 18 years old, I don't care what it has been for, I have voted, and that's how people should look at it. It is very important to vote, because and this is the reason why, because you have these people, they will sneak and do things, and now we're having to be reactive instead of being proactive.
So you think that that is a motivating factor or a depressive type factor for them signing that law? Is it going to motivate us, or did it put us in a sense of, man, we can't win?
I hope that it has motivated us to say, to be just like the people, of the civil rights movement, that says, what, they might hose me coming across this bridge, and they might beat me coming across this bridge, and I might have some challenges coming across this bridge, but I'm gonna go,
Well, I think what it should do. One of the discussion I had, I think, with an individual, I was saying we need to get another 100,000 register and getting ready to vote. We need to double it. We need it's out there. We need to call a friend. If they don't have friends that register to vote, turn 18, get them to register to vote. We put 100,000 on the book this time around. We need to add another 100,000. That's how you fight fire with fire. That's my opinion. We shouldn't let it discourage us. We should stand up and say it's not right. But guess what? We're not going to just lay down on it and say, oh, we ain't going to do nothing about it and just complain. Get out, register more people to vote. Vote, another 100 or 200,000, whatever it'll take. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, but while we're registering them, we need to educate them, and that's the one thing we haven't been as good at doing on the Democratic side. We hadn't been doing a lot to educate, on what is done under, with the city.
Give me an example. Give me an example what you're talking about, because I don't know. Some other people out there might be listening. When you say educate, I'm going to get you to register to vote. I want you to just give me an example.
Okay. So if I'm a new voter, I'm 18 or 19. Okay. All an 18 or 19-year-old thinks about when they're about to vote is the presidency.
Okay.
A lot of times. But they don't know who their city council person is. They don't know what Alicia's role is. You know, she's a council person, you know, for the whole city. She doesn't know, they don't know, they know who the mayor is, maybe, you know, but they don't know the boundaries or the role really of a mayor. They don't know, you know, really. Remember when we had those issues over there in Westlake after the storm?
Yeah.
And those ladies were like, you know, I mean, so many people were like, well, why isn't Van showing up over here? Well,
that was the county.
That wasn't Van's area.
Right.
Al Scott didn't give a damn.
Right.
He never showed up. You know, so we need to do we need to be doing voter registration, but we also need to be doing voter education.
Right. I think what I'm hearing, each position a person might decide that they're gonna run for, or the name is unimportant, can be generic. You're going to say, we got 9 people on city council as a part of it. You know, back in the day, I took civics in school. They took civics out of school. And exactly. I think that's the important of putting civics back in, maybe. And explain that particular area, what that person do. Like Alicia Blakely is at large, post number 2. Keisha Carter is post number 1. That's to occupy the 2 posters, and they govern the whole entire city. That's what you sort of saying, and what the mayor does, and then District 1, District 2.
Yes.
The name will have to be associated with it, just that position, and how important they need to know when they do decide to attach their vote to a particular name.
And that's part of the rep campaign. That was, remember, that was the registration, education, participation. That's what it was, you know, registration, education, participation. We got to register them, we got to educate them, and we got to have them to participate, because that's the most important part is getting them to vote. And like you said, Charlie, we do need a whole ass of them to register now, to fight off what they're doing there. And then we just got to find ways around this noose they put around out there, because with the new laws, they're trying to restrict us. So we got to find a way to go around it. Ivan Cohen say, does that go beyond voting for a candidate? Does Savannah State University still have political scientists who can empower students to go out into the community, or how a political system operates? That's a good question for Dr. Jamal Torrey. Does Savannah State still have political scientists who can go out into the community and do this? You know, we got to have a whole army going out and it needs to be a concerted effort between everybody. This has to unify us.
Yes.
I was listening to this gentleman talk, and he say, well, we can't hand them water or food in line. And I got a suggestion. Each individual getting ready to vote, when they come in 151 feet, 152, we hand them a bag, and the bag will have snacks and water already in it, so we can pre-do it. And there are ways around it, but the key is to get more voters out there. Is to get more voters, and we can get around the water part. We can get around that part. But I ain't worried about that. We used to heckle a bag of water, drinks and snacks, a small bag. You can take it in line with you and go on down the ways. Nothing they can do about that.
But you know what?
I got a question for Charlie real quick, Sandra.
What?
Charlie, we know you went to jail when you was 9 or 12. What was?
No, I was 18 months old. I was a baby. I was still in high school. If you want to get smart.
What time you went to jail when you was
I was 12,
I think.
12.
Okay, so are you willing to go back to jail at 60 something? To just to prove a point that you was marching then you protesting then you protest, you're gonna make a point now and go there and give out that warning in the line.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm willing to go to jail because I'm intelligent enough and astute enough, what you might think and whoever think. I said I'm gonna be at 152 to 155 feet away. It's 150 feet. I can give out what I wanna when they going and give it to them, long as I'm in my right.
Yeah, I think that we should also have chairs for the senior citizens, a little folding chairs, so we can give it to them. They can turn the chairs back in on their way out.
Yeah, and
we, excuse me, Miss McKeithen, we can make it work. We ain't gonna find ways for it not to work, and you're trying to find a way not to work because you want to know if I went to jail when I was 18 months old as a baby. You're wrong for that. You are wrong for that.
But the key really is to overturn these damn laws.
I'm saying that we can't overturn them. We got to fight. We got to fight. The hell freezes over. When it freezes over, we'll fight on the ice. And that's a part of it. But until we can get it turned over, we got to find an offense that we can go around and do what we need to do.
Well, I'm going to give out a website right now, for all our
listeners. You give us a check. One for Julius and one for me.
I'm gonna give out a website right now. If we have anybody out there that's wanting to participate and protect the vote in Georgia, you can go to www.protectthevotegA.org. ProtectthevotegA.org. And there are going to be a lot of ways for you to get involved, because we really need to protect the vote. I mean,
can I make sure I got it? www.protectthevote. Is that it?
Protect the Vote GA. ProtectthevotegA.org.
GA.org.
And this will tell you all of the big businesses that are funding these Republicans, so that you'll know who we need to boycott, and it'll tell you, what you can do to get involved. Because we really need to stand firm and really protect our vote, because that's all we have. We can post on Facebook all day long about, our disagreements and everything. But once they set it as law, we have nothing.
Right. And I'm saying, I am so glad you are giving us this information tonight, because I believe when individuals fail, there are two reasons: lack of information and lack of knowledge. You're giving them the proper information. Go to this website to get involved. Now they have knowledge after they go to it to make and help do some things. It's always right back. And number one, you can get what you got in tonight. And I know that you're expressing yourself real well. And you know why? That other person hadn't come in yet. As soon as she come in, it'd be like a bull in a china cabinet. Things just be hitting against the wall, swinging all over the place. I've never seen nothing like it. You sit there and watch when she come in. You better get what you got in now, because when she comes, you ain't gonna get nothing in but a fraction here and there. All right.
Hey,
All right. Well, go ahead.
I share my knowledge where I can,
You're doing the right thing.
You know,
Get there,
but
folks.
we really need to get involved and need to get up on this, immediately. And
you notice how attentive I am, and I'm listening to what you have to say, and how Julia listened. She came in there. Oh God! I said this, I said that. And
She listening, right, Charlie? She out there listening somewhere. She gonna get to it.
You think I care? You must be here planning to turn black while we on the show.
Yeah, but
hey, so what do y'all think about the companies locally that we should be finding out which companies locally support this new Georgia law, and we need to find out where the Savannah Morning News and these news stations stand also, because that guy on Channel 11, he like to give those editorials. I wonder how he feel about it.
You're
I
right.
haven't seen it. Yeah.
Oh, he hadn't given an editorial about it?
I don't watch them no more, so I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
Mike Kelly said he can't wait to his daughter or son or something, so they can vote. Mike Kelly, it's good to see you tonight, sir.
Well, you know what? I believe that silence is what they say complicity. So if you're sitting silent on this issue, knowing that these laws have been directly, passed to suppress the black vote and the black and brown vote.
Right.
Then no matter whether you're giving to these campaigns or not, you are complicit in the suppression of black and brown votes. So places, so any Republican.
Well, what's interesting what you're saying. I hear you say black and brown. I agree with you, but guess what? Seniors, period, with a dot behind it. It affects them as well. We talking about old seniors, whether they white, black, Chinese, Mexican, or any other race of person. It affects them as well. But the majority do affect us. But it affects a lot of Georgians in Georgia. And let's not just say black and brown, which we know it affecting us. But I'm saying a lot of the seniors can't get out there, can't stand in line, need water, need this. They are hurting our elderly people. And I'm serious about this. I am concerned. We hope we can get it turned around and turn over or whatever. But if it don't happen, we going to get a drive going in this state. We going to put all the Republicans out of office.
Well, I can only pray. And I said that
send a check to Julian and myself.
I'm going to come.
One thing that bothered me was Park Cannon. That's the state representative, female. Her name is Park Cannon. She was arrested alone. And it should have been 50, 60 people arrested with her. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do something, do it where it's going to make a big difference. I mean, she got the national attention and everything, but it was a woman, again, fighting for everybody. Where are the men? Where are the men?
For one thing, I saw how that went down and I heard how it went down. Okay. So for one thing, they were coming from a rally that they were having at the airport. Okay. And they didn't want to bring all of the people that they had at the airport with them to the Capitol. Okay. So it was maybe about 20 of them that I mean, she works at the Capitol. Okay.
She's a state senator.
Yeah. So she wanted to see Kemp sign the bill. Because
that's right. And her purpose was she thought it should have been transparent. And guess what? She didn't bam on the door. She didn't kick the door. She simply knocked on the door lightly. And that's Georgia State Patrol, that big belly, Georgia State Patrol. He said, if you do that again, I'm going. And she knocked, not kicked. And he took that poor lady. And when he twists her arm, her leg lift up. And she came down on his feet. And he said, she stepped on my feet. Yeah, if somebody twists Charlie Brown's arm, I would have, and lift my feet up too.
And let me tell you what this motherfucker had the nerve. Let me tell you what else he had the nerve to say. He said that all he could see was this being an insurrection.
I heard that.
Was like it was on the 6th at the Capitol.
Yes.
Okay, now you got 12 people not silent protesting, okay? Not making a commotion at all. But because it was 12 black people, okay, you see an insurrection.
You say it one more time for me. I want to hear that. Say it one more time for me. Insurrection. Say it again. I like to hear that.
You see an insurrection.
That's it.
We just see some black people saying, hey, y'all make it transparent. And she didn't say, hey, open the door. You gonna open it. She was not a mad black woman. She wasn't even as mad as I am right now. See, because if I was there, y'all probably have reason. Because see, I don't mind going to jail.
Huh?
Somebody's gonna get me out. Fuck y'all.
Can I ask you a question? I'm not trying to make this thing humorous. Can you fight?
Nigga. Let me tell you something.
Can you fight?
You better ask them girls at Savannah High.
I don't want to get into that. I just asked a question. You told me what I need to hear. Julius.
Okay.
Julius.
We're going to move on to the next stuff before she fights.
Julius, I want you to start doing a background check before you let another person come on this show. Yes, I'm resigning. I'm not going to put
it. Hey, and she's bad for the engineer. The engineer.
That's right.
Yeah, you bad for the engineer
now. NASA let me in.
You bad for the engineer that's running the show tonight.
Well, whatever.
Because she'll beat somebody up too.
I like eating.
Okay.
Eating is my girl. Shoot. Let them bully you eating.
Nobody bully her.
We got you.
But you have to, I mean, see, as soon as they see us.
Right.
I mean, really?
No, you're right.
You saw insurrection just because, and that lady works there. That's just me going into my office and, I mean, the law being called on me because I'm going into my office.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a sad day in Georgia, in my opinion. And that's perfect example how he had on blindness completely. She was knocking, and it should have been transparent. It should have been because 99% of all the signing, to my knowledge, is open for the public to see the signing. Cameras are in there. So it was 6 of them. 5 white men standing over him and he's signing. It don't look good.
And he called that.
Yeah.
He announced it at about 5 o'clock in the evening that he was going to sign it at 7.
Right.
And they rushed from the airport. Do you know how hard it is to rush from anywhere in Atlanta at 5 something in the afternoon?
Yeah, I know.
Come on now.
No, you're absolutely right.
You know, see, I mean, the thing is that they will use anything to try to disparage us.
Right.
But here you have all these, I'm not even going to call them what I usually do, but
right.
All these Caucasians.
Just call them hamburgers and hot dogs. Julian and I know what you're talking about.
You have all these Caucasians scaling walls and going into the Capitol in Washington, putting feces on the floor,
yeah,
getting out the door and killing folk and beating folk with poles and everything,
and not getting arrested.
And not getting arrested. You know, they can go back to their home states, and then you have Fox News saying, "Oh, this wasn't an insurrection," you know, but this lady politely knocks on the door, you know, saying we want transparency for the Jim Crow laws that y'all trying to introduce back into America. You know, I mean, it's not good enough that y'all okay with openly killing our men and women, you know, and trying to make sense out of that. But now you're saying we're going to deny you your votes and then say we'll arrest you. You know,
you're right. You're absolutely right.
I mean, come on.
Well, the end, before we go to another subject, you just contact all your friends and relatives back in Savannah and Chatham County and tell them they got to get friends of a friend to get out register to vote, and we got to educate them. Everything you say, I give you prompt on that, and I appreciate your voice tonight. It was very loud, and I heard you very clearly.
I'm sorry.
I did not know you could fight the way you fight, and from now on, I'm gonna watch what I say because I know you can do some flying, and I don't want you to fly in and start trying to fight me.
Yeah, with those freaking flyer miles and beat your butt and then dip back out of town.
Okay, it's gonna be what, buddy?
She could have a face mask on, whip you down, and then get back on the plane, and you won't know who did it.
You won't even know.
That's correct. And see, you help promoting it. The background check should be done on you as well. I've never seen nothing like it.
Okay, our next thing, COVID-19 cases on the rise, y'all. They're on the rise. Why the hell are they on the rise? What are y'all doing so bad out there that makes these cases be on the rise? Please, somebody chime in.
Well, you know what? You know why it's on the rise? Because 3 weeks ago, it's been about 3 weeks ago, some white man stood on the top of a car with I think he had on well, it was over here. He had on a Riddler mask or something like that, and he declared that COVID was over. Did y'all see that on the news?
No.
Yeah, COVID is over. And then, you know, when you have all of these governors saying, hey, you know, take off your mask, open up, do what you want.
You got spring break. Then you had
spring break.
the motorcycle thing. What that is down there in Daytona?
Yeah, bike a week,
Bike week.
bike weekend, whatever.
Then you got St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, because
they didn't have the parade, but they had a tremendous turnout in Savannah. I mean, the place was wall to wall with people, all in Ellis Square, River Street, because it was there.
Yeah, they didn't.
It was 2-pack.
Yeah, they didn't need a parade because the parade is just the sideshow. You know,
y'all do know that Sunday all the churches are opening back up for Easter Sunday, and they said that your mayor gave a press conference yesterday and said that you can go back in groups of 50 now.
The church?
No, to anything that you're doing, groups of 50.
Oh,
well,
I didn't see the news yesterday.
Well, you know, because it's money over
politics and safety. Yeah, it's money over safety. And
it's money.
Yeah, because when I go downtown and you look at it, just go downtown Savannah and you look at it, you say, wow, it's a lot of money being made. You just turn your head from side to side. It's a lot of money being made and a lot of money that was lost. And they got to make that money up. And so, yeah, it's a hypocrisy.
Julius, I'm going to give you an example. I don't know if you ever been to Shoe Carnival. They normally have buy one pair of shoes and get the other one half price. Ever since I've ever seen the signs in the Wonder, it was buy one pair, get half price. Guess what? That sign is gone now.
Because
and the reason why
using money.
They're trying to make up for some lost time. So they know it's Easter and they want them to buy 2 pair of shoes and pay full price. I think that's what part of it. You're absolutely right.
Dr. Torre, I don't care if they are apologizing. I don't care if they send everybody in America a personal apology letter. What they did in that Capitol there's no excuse, and we're not pardoning them, and they need to take their punishment like the men and women they were when they went in.
Amen. So
if they think, you know, that they need to get lighter sentences or whatever just because they apologize, you know what?
Well,
started.
DC it's just terrible on that we got a full surge going on now, and the CDC said we have an impending doom.
Well, I'm getting my second shot tomorrow, so that'll be impending doom for the people that don't have their second shot.
What company? What company?
Pfizer. Okay. Pfizer. Yeah.
Okay.
So I might have my hot girl summer this year.
Well, can I ask you a question? And maybe Julius might can answer this. How many people have you ran in the last year or so say they had the flu? What happened to the flu?
Not a lot of people, because we are washing our hands, because we're staying social.
Okay.
You know, I mean, because
what happened to the flu?
Yeah, the flu. I mean, the flu is not that.
You don't think some of them people who got corona might have had the flu too? I just asked a question.
I think so. And they just let them die from the flu. That's probably what happened. They let them die from the flu.
I don't believe so, Ju. I believe, you remember when I got real sick I had gotten real sick back in November, and it didn't let up off of me until probably about February. of 2020. And this was before we knew what was going on and everything. But I really believe that I had COVID because it was like our whole department had gotten sick. And it was one girl that had gone to Mexico. One of the girls went to Mexico and one of the girls went to Florida.
You mentioned that.
And both of them had gotten sick and came back to the office because white people don't know how to stay home when they sick. I look at my pay stub and say, how many days do I have that I can take off? You know, I mean, you know how we do.
Right. What the only reason I brought that up, because normally I run into 4 or 5 people say, Charlie, you know, for the last week or so, last week I had the flu. I had not heard no one, and almost going on the second year, not one person saying, Charlie, I had the flu. No one even talk about the flu.
No. And my thing is, just like Sandra said, that she was sick. I was sick for about 5 days before, during COVID, but I didn't have no fever. I was just out of it. I'm talking about, I was really out of it. Like I had the flu and everything. I went to the doctor. I didn't have the flu. I went to the doctor. I didn't have COVID. They tested me for everything. But I slept on the couch for 5 days because I didn't want to give it to my wife. I slept on the couch for 5 days. Couldn't even get up for 5 days.
Maybe,
you know,
Julius, maybe Aaron Coyne, you know, since he's the wizard of answers, maybe he can give us some explanation on why, because I know he got it some way stored in his great brain of his.
I don't know.
You gonna make Ivan get on you. He always get on you though. He always get on you. Well, you know, it's you know, you got your vaccine shots. They're available. They're at the Civic Center now. On Wednesday and Thursday, you got to park, get out your car, and you can walk up and get your vaccine. Hospice of Savannah is doing that. I saw it on the news today. Then on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, you can still drive through and get the test and the vaccine. So, but you can get the test and the vaccine on Wednesday and Thursday for free. Just go to the Civic Center and they're giving it out. Also, they got it going on at CVS, if you CVS member, and also at Gulfstream. Yeah, so I'm still undecided.
You might need to do it, man. You're getting old.
Yeah, I'm getting young. I ain't but 36.
Oh, okay. But anyway.
Look 36. Don't let the gray hair fool you.
Okay.
You know, oh Lord, the producer say I'm still old. Y'all better come get us.
Are you aware of Florida cooking the books? Oh yeah. Yeah, we are aware of Florida cooking the books, Anthony. They hadn't reported all of their deaths, all of the people that showed up positive with COVID. You know, that is a crooked governor down there. But everybody knows. I mean,
New York did it also. Como is under investigation for doing the exact same thing.
That was the ones that was in the nursing homes, though.
Right.
I mean, Como seemed to be the most transparent. He was getting on TV almost between him and Van. You know, I couldn't tell who I was seeing the damn most. I'm like, what? Do y'all have something special going on with the TV stations? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's turned into the TV stations don't have nothing else to report, so they go to City Hall every day and broadcast from there. I don't know what the hell going on. I'm serious. I've never seen nothing like this.
Yes,
Cuomo,
Right.
I guess Cuomo, that's why he was feeling the he had to hug all the reporters.
Well,
Yeah,
Julius, one of the reasons that they got on Cuomo is because he was like a front runner for president in 2024. His popularity, a lot of people wanted him to be considering the vice president at one point. And he said, no, I got to finish what I'm doing in the state of New York. So the Republicans want to figure out a way how to kill his. And I think this is political assassination.
that's all it is. That's all it is. Because just like what's going on right now with that guy down here in NFL, what's his name? Jew, you know, the quarterback down here that just left from the Houstons.
Watson, Deshawn
Yeah.
Watson.
Deshawn Watson. You know, I mean, if being uncomfortable was a damn crime, you know, so many people have made me feel uncomfortable. Shoot, Charlie has made me feel uncomfortable.
Whoa.
Stop. I ain't trying to go drag him to court.
Stop for a minute. Did you say Charlie or did you say Alicia Scott?
No, I said Charlie. No, I said Charlie. Charlie, just your voice makes me feel uncomfortable sometimes. But I'm just saying, you know, 10 years from now, I'm not going to drag you into damn court because you made me feel, quote unquote, uncomfortable.
Got
you know, I mean,
Charlie was down there trying to take a warrant out on air for elderly abuse. I don't know where they're at.
I'm going to do that. I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah. Well, let's get to a double standard. There were some kids that were at y'all know that little place used to call, what the name of that club used to be right by Savannah State, the little black club?
Rain? Club
Time. What the name of that club? It was a club. Time
right
out.
Across the street?
Time out or something like that. Something time.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Right by the little shopping plaza.
Right across the street.
Yeah, right across the street from Savannah State. And they were out there. They were out there.
Overtime.
That's it.
Yeah.
Overtime.
Thank you,
they
Anthony.
Were out there without masks, and they were on the sidewalks because they were all in the African store. And so while they were all in the African store, the people they were parked everywhere out there. So the parking was kind of scarce. So they got the people at Seafood Delicious or whatever called the police, from what I heard. But somebody called the police in that shopping plaza on those kids. So next thing you know, it's 30 police cars out there harassing those kids for not wearing a mask, but they didn't do a damn thing on St. Patrick's Day.
Wait a minute.
Right.
You know what? That's when Linda Wilder Bryant should have pulled up in her, whatever she's driving now, and said, hey, y'all are in my district. If y'all didn't go to the second district and give out citations and harass them down there, that's always without masks. Don't come harassing these. You know, that's what should have happened. Because if you're not going to harass the young ones downtown walking in in they loafers.
But Sandra, you had something interesting, and I could share this. Across Liberty and back downtown, the River Street, they could have open containers and they could drink out of cups. And then everybody south of Liberty, all in the black community, they went to jail for
And
having,
that's not right.
having alcohol in a cup and open container. That is double standard wrong.
That's not right either.
That is wrong. And
That's
guess what
not
they,
right
and
either.
guess what City Council did? We did make a lot of stink about it. City Council decided all over can have open container and open cups because it was wrong. I had friends that go to jail who had open containers, open cup with liquor in it, and the people all downtown walking all up and down the street, Broughton, all down Montgomery, did not go to jail. That is wrong.
Yeah.
And then they got these moratoriums on alcohol license. Malvise says she don't care. You're right, Malvise.
You don't think she cares, Marlise? I'm gonna have to call her.
She from you?
Good luck. They had this lady that
I'm not blocked.
they had this lady that was putting in for her alcohol license last Thursday. And they get that lady hell. And Linda Wilder told her every reason why she shouldn't have it because her constituents are calling her and telling her that they don't want it. But then guess what? This is what I couldn't stand. The lady had her whole plan. She said she'll hire officers, but she got a restaurant she wants to be able to give alcohol to. She said, y'all can give me a beer and wine. Y'all ain't got to give me a hard alcohol. I just need to know that I can serve it because people are wanting to come out after COVID and I want them to enjoy themselves. And I can come back if I do good. Y'all can give me the alcohol license later. And Linda just kept telling the lady that no alcohol because her constituent says that they don't want these kids from Savannah State to get ran over. It's right by Savannah State. They don't want the kids to get ran over by a drunk driver. But they don't care about the 10,000 SCAD students downtown that's falling in the streets every day with 300 alcohol licenses downtown. It's over 300 people got licensed downtown to serve alcohol.
So what you're saying is you're going to prevent my ability to do business. See, and this is what we've been saying in Savannah for so long. You're preventing, you're always trying to figure out a way to hurt the business of a Black person, and if you give me, where's the constituents? Show me the petition of the constituents that are calling you. You can't just pull that out your ass and say, oh, the constituents are calling me. I can say, well, I got T.I. calling me. Anybody can say that. But is it true though?
I find interesting about you. Not only you could fight. I didn't know T.I. You got his number as well. I was not aware of that.
Exactly. See, just like constituents actually called it.
I got you.
And two people does not make up a whole district.
Right. You're right. You absolutely right.
That's correct.
Two people should not be considered her constituent. And I hear exactly what you say. Julius, you got to let this woman talk more. When that other woman come back, you need to put her on mute. I found out more tonight. She know T.I. She can fight. She do a lot of flying. I did not get none of this about her until now. I'm impressed.
Well, she has it. She's gonna make those calls and she'll tell us what she found next week. Let's go to the third subject. Today. What is the third subject?
So, Jew.
Floyd murder trial.
She's saying something, Julius. Hold on. What you saying?
I'm asking the question. So, did she wind up getting it or no?
I don't know. I doubt it. No.
That's some bullshit.
Huh?
No.
Go ahead.
Don't forget the trial of to-go cups left downtown, or the trail of to-go cups left downtown after folks party hard in those clubs. Yeah. And that's what they got all the city workers to clean up, I guess. It's about the tax dollars. They'll offset that with the tax dollars. George Floyd murder trial. Anybody watching it? Are y'all watching the trial? If y'all got a comment about the trial, go ahead and give it to us.
Man, it's so gut-wrenching. It's so gut-wrenching, y'all. But
It is. It's really hard to watch that video over and over and over. And then to hear the little 9-year-old girl, she was 9 at the time, that did the filming of the video, and watch life be sucked out of somebody's body. For life, just a person to just lose the spirit like that and die in front of it is traumatic. And any jury, if they don't do what they're supposed to do in that case, they're gonna burn that damn city down.
But you know what,
Julius, and also what's sad about the whole situation, when the EM lady who begged and pleaded with them, and they simply told her, "Man your own business," and she say, "At least let me check his vital signs," and she pleaded with them on the testify what she said, that, please, saying he's not being responsive, let me check on him right there. The trial didn't need to go no further. And she was the same color of them.
Yep. You know, Charlie, and making your point, if they stopped the trial on yesterday and said, okay, let's take a poll, who say he guilty? He would have went to prison yesterday.
Yeah.
Because they had the lineup of the 9-year-old, the 17-year-old that had taken the video, the EMT, the MMA wrestler yesterday morning. With that lineup on yesterday, he would have went to prison. But did y'all notice that this morning, the guy that was on first thing this morning, he looked just like Michael from Good Times? If you didn't see it, look at it. I'm serious. Michael made a baby in... Michael from Good Times made him. I'm talking about the little thing and all. Look at it. And y'all can go to my Facebook page, and because I posted about it, and y'all tell me what you think. Because he looked just like... I couldn't even pay attention, because I'm just like, did Michael make a baby? But he was the guy that was that looked at the that was the one that called the police, the store clerk. Yes, Gabe.
So do y'all think how about it was the guy that called the police on the police? He said, I was witnessing a murder, so I called the police on the police.
That's the guy?
That's the hardest thing ever. I was witnessing a murder, so I called the police on the police.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And guess what? So the defense made a mistake right there, because instead of they dumb behinds calling, saying, foul, they let that go into the record. They let because he was not supposed to say, they were not supposed to let that go into the record. And everybody know, the fact, he could have said it, but they were supposed to strike it. The judge was supposed to say,
I got what you're saying.
That, because it's for the judge to say what is murder. Not for the witness to say what is murder, So
I'm going to give you my opinion. My opinion, it shocked the judge, it shocked them, and there was what you call speechless, and that's what happened. They didn't know how to respond to that. because what Julius was saying, it was so profound. I'm calling the policeman on the policeman because I'm seeing a murder being committed.
Yeah, but
that's sad.
But that defense lawyer should have immediately jumped up and said, you know, hey, no, strike it. You know,
y'all would be surprised if it's an acquittal.
No, I don't think it'd be an acquittal. I'll be honest with you. I think if anything, he wouldn't get more than 5 years in jail.
Yeah,
you know what? I've been jaded. I might be jaded, but I watched Rodney King, and I watched Eric Garner. I watched so many of these that we thought was open and shut cases, you know, where we saw and we heard and we, you know, we just knew, you know, Kamir Rice, you know, they shot that little boy within 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Up, and ain't nobody doing no time for that.
Right. But yeah. I think in this case, I really clearly they can't just acquit. It's no way clear around that. They don't want World War III in Indianapolis. I'm serious. And they're gonna have to give him he might not even do but 1 year and the rest parole. I just don't know. But it's not gonna be an acquittal. Clear as a bell. It can't.
I hope it isn't, because I don't want to see nothing happen there. It was one person who videotaped that said that she was videotaping it, and while she was videotaping, he held his knee on that man's neck so long that she thought her camera froze.
Yeah.
No, that was the dispatcher.
That was the dispatcher.
Yeah. Said that she had to ask somebody in the office, what was the camera working?
Right.
She thought it had froze because they were still in the same position.
Yeah, that was the dispatcher, Jerry.
How can you do that? How can you figure? I mean, those other officers, they're just as guilty, because your thing is to preserve life, to protect life.
Exactly.
You know, so you're only taking life when it is absolutely necessary. That was not necessary. If you could stand around a person and guard it while one man holds his knee down, then
you're culpable.
You were culpable for that murder.
Yeah. Yep. So if he goes to prison, then Tao goes to prison.
Yeah.
I heard Miss Nelson said, please, if you're gonna report something, report it correctly.
You know your daddy is old. Stop it.
All I'm gonna say is, I hope she got some supper on the table, since he worried about the wrong thing. Yeah, go ahead, Julius.
Thank you, Charlie Brown. Now,
you're quite welcome, my friend.
I did not say it wasn't the EMS personnel. I didn't say it was either. So it was reported correctly. Somebody said that they thought that their camera froze. It was
the dispatcher, buddy.
So it was reported 100% accurately.
Yeah. It was the EMS dispatcher.
Okay.
That's what it was.
Okay. I got a big question for, we had a couple of shootings recently. We had the one in Denver where he killed 10 people inside the supermarket.
Right.
And we had one before that where the boy killed, he killed 8 people or 3 people? Where that was? It was somewhere else.
8 people in Atlanta.
In Atlanta. 8 people in Atlanta. How come they get taken in custody every time? And
because you know why.
Black people die. It's crazy. The question has to be asked.
Julius, if I can answer that question, guess what? I will not be on this show. I will be rich. I will be on TV and people call in and I can give them answers. Who gonna win the lotto tomorrow? Or whatever. I can't Julius, I have no idea. But one reason I'm saying, I think the complexion got a lot to do with this.
Because even with a gun, even with 7 guns and a hand grenade, they are still not a threat.
Right.
Because that's what that senator said. What was that senator's name?
From Wisconsin.
Yeah, that said, oh, well, if it would have been the Black Lives Matter people coming up into the Capitol, you know, I probably would have felt a little bit threatened.
Ron Johnson.
You know, but
what's his name again?
Ron Johnson, I believe, out of Oklahoma somewhere.
No, Wisconsin.
Yeah, but
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Oh,
wherever.
Okay, again, I'm correct.
Yeah, wherever. But he didn't feel threatened by that mob, a nasty mob at that, because they was, you know, they were shitting on the floor. I mean, come on. You know,
you done told us 3 different times they was having bowel movement.
Yeah. I mean, that's nasty.
We don't want to hear about the bowel movement anymore.
Come on, man. They need to be real. I mean, all of them. When they go to jail, I think that they need spankings too, because that's nasty. You know,
Julius.
Yeah.
They should not give them any toilet paper. I know that when they go.
No, I mean, I think that the judge need to put a special punishment to give all of them whipping.
No toilet paper and no water in the cell. And when they pick it up, they got to lay there and they got to smell it all, because that's what they left in the Capitol. You know,
I'll tell both of you guys something. If that don't work, just give them some luminal foil and let them use that. You talking about something hurt? Aluminum foil, that heavyweight?
Yeah, man. That's what I need to know.
How you know?
Well, I'm going to just put it this way. If you're going to punish someone, you give them aluminum foil. Hey.
You had tough times growing up, Charlie.
Oh, man, let's not talk about it, all right? Let's move to something else, because I'm getting aches and pain right now.
They shot and killed Pharrell Williams' cousin in Virginia Beach. Also, police did that this week.
Oh, my God. That was his
cousin. The guy said, I'm happy if you know it.
Yeah. No, isn't that what he saying?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Pharrell.
Yeah. They shot his cousin.
Shot and killed his cousin in Virginia Beach.
Man.
Pharrell Williams.
You know, it was like it was a couple of few shootings in Virginia Beach over the weekend, and
two senators that represent
too many people getting out. You know, everybody got COVID. I don't want to say COVID fever, but COVID hangover.
Yeah, I sent y'all a video of the girl in Tennessee. Did y'all see that one?
Mm-mm.
Y'all didn't see that one? The girl in Tennessee where she was, the police stopped her. I have to send it to you, Sandra. Charlie, did you watch that video? I sent it to you.
No, I went to bed early last night.
It was I sent it to you on Messenger with it was this big guy, big police officer about your size. So he was a little weight challenge. So he stopped this black lady in Tennessee, and I think it was Nashville, Tennessee, and her name was Nika Holbert, and he stopped her, and she stopped, but he was looking for somebody else in the car that had warrants on it. She got out the car, but then he searched her pocketbook. He found marijuana, and he searched some more and found something else and put it out. And he told her, okay, you under arrest. She said, oh, no, I ain't done nothing. I ain't going to jail. That's not my car. You know, all this. She started running around the car. And he about Charlie's size. Imagine him running behind her around the car. He running behind her around the car. She stopped at the passenger door. He out of breath now. He stopped at the passenger. She stopped at the driver's side, and she get in the car and start reaching in between the seats for something. So the first thing I'm thinking, oh, he finna kill her, because the first thing out of his mouth was, put the gun down, put the gun down. I said, oh Lord, this man finna kill this woman. Ain't no gun. It was a gun. She shot him.
Oh no.
What?
He shot back and shot her also. He laying on the ground, because I guess it hit his vest, because he didn't die. The officer didn't say where he died. And he laying on the ground. He big old guy. And he calling for backup and EMS. He been hit. And he done shot in the car and hurt 3 or 4 times. But she shot him first. And then she backed the car up and drove off and died.
Oh, she died?
She died.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Julius, that's a pretty compelling story. I want to say this. The guy's name is Ron Johnson of Wisconsin. That's who he was, who made that statement about in the Capitol. I just wanted to correct, because the other senator is a Democrat.
Okay. Yeah. I thought it was Johnson out of Oklahoma, but
no.
I stand connected. Thank you. You and Gabrielle, y'all on top of it tonight. I just give it. It was factual. I just didn't have the right state. So
right. I'm doing a show, and she should be in the kitchen cooking supper, but she's not. Okay, that's the difference between the two of us. All right. Thank
you. Well, we got something up next, and this is going to be a little doozy. What's up with the Old Town Road guy?
Oh my God.
Y'all hold on. If I could get my producer to put his picture up there in front of us 1 minute. I didn't get the Old Town Road guy. That's him there.
Hey.
That's him there.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. Gonna ride till I can't no more. This dude they need to go and take all his money back. I don't know how he done really. Did y'all see his new video?
Yes.
You should have.
First of all, in his old song, y'all know he wasn't talking about a horse in the first place.
That's what he said. He says, y'all fault. I was talking about something gay in that one. He says, y'all fault that y'all let y'all children listen to that. And the kids love that song.
They love that doggone song.
And he said, that's y'all fault.
You got a horse?
He wasn't talking about no horse.
No, if you listen to the lyrics,
and what the lyrics say?
Pull them up. Just pull them up, and you'll see.
No, give me an example.
You know what?
He gonna ride till he can't no more.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
God's ex.
Yeah, and my gaydar hit on him like from day one, and a friend of mine, they were like, Shauna, he ain't gay. And I was like, no, I know a gay man when I see one, might be down low gay, but
Charlie, in the new video, you see the video
is off the chain.
No.
The new video, you don't want to see it. He off the chain in it. He is letting the devil hump him from the.
No, he did. No, he did a lap dance
and then bend over and the devil humping him from the back.
Yeah.
And he done been in all these schools across the nation for our kids. And now he says our fault for letting our kids hear his song.
Children should not see that. I'm appalled. I did not know that, but I'm not into his videos. I did not know Old Town Road had implication to it. And what you saying is an abomination, and it is not right. You know, again, I respect gay people. I do. You know, if they're lawyers, they doctors, or whatever they are, I respect what they do. Don't get me wrong, but I do not respect them trying to preach things on us and my children and my grandkids. I don't respect that. And so I don't want to people get me wrong. There's no hatred, but I hate what they trying to do if they're going to do that.
Gabrielle, I mean, it's the black gay version of WAP.
Well, first of all,
I'll be through in just a second. I got to respond to a listener. A listener made a statement. I should thank Ms. Brown for pulling up my research. Ms. Brown can't pull it up fast as I could think. I knew that because I watched the news. That's what I do. Tell that person that. I know his name was Ron Johnson. He was from Wisconsin. Number two, she'd have took that food out the freezer this morning, then she'd have been done now cooking supper.
Well, you know what?
Go ahead, son.
But the only thing I did not like about the video, because I am for anybody that expresses their artistic self or whatever, you know, whoever you want to be you.
Just don't press it on us, not me.
I'm saying, you know, whoever you want to be that. But I just didn't like the satanicness of the whole thing. I didn't like you going down on a stripper pole down to hell. You know, and yeah, I did not like that. You know, I don't want my children to think that hell is a good place.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you know,
that's your niece, Charlie. That's your niece.
Yeah. So you know, that was my whole thing. And my son, he doesn't like Nas X anyway, you know, so that's not an issue for me. But when I watched the video today, I was just like, no, I can't get with this, you know.
Yeah, it was terrible. I thought it was the other way around, but somebody told me that no, he was humping the devil. But I thought I saw the devil humping him. So I don't know. Y'all go look at it if you want to and correct me if I'm wrong. It was just terrible. The whole thing was terrible. Then he got another video in there with the snake and the Garden of Eden, where the devil is whispering in Adam's ear and licking his ear or something with an apple or something. I don't know what the hell. It's the most
We're not going.
Don't put her in it. It's the Garden of Eden. That's what you named.
Julius and Sandra, y'all heard us say, I don't want y'all, I'm not homophobia, none of that crazy stuff.
I'm glad you're not.
I say I respect whatever their profession and what they do. But I don't like them pushing it on me and my kids and trying to say, this is what you should be doing. That's all I say. I hope y'all understand me on that. And that's what I mean. And that's enough.
Yeah, I mean.
I didn't know that he would go that far. But, you know, once you get money, see, his thing was, he did an interview, and he said he would never come out the closet. Nobody would ever know that he was gay. But then the money got to him, and so he started letting himself understand that he was gay.
You know, I guess, Julie, it's a market day for him. You know, we talking about the LGBTQ, there's a market, and maybe that's what they want. Again, that's good for them, but not Charlie Brown, okay? And
well, that is not what we want. No, that's not what we want. We like the same type of things that everybody else like. We do.
Okay, well.
Yes, sir. We like the same things that everybody else like.
Well, again, like I say, I do whatever a gay person or whatever they do, a profession, because there are lawyers, there are doctors, there are scientists, there are people or very intimate to this community and to the world. I love and respect what they do, but did you hear me clearly? I say I don't want them pushing it on my kids and trying to say this is the way it's supposed to be. You can do this. I say I don't like that, okay? And I'm gonna stick to my guns on that.
Yeah, just turn it off. Just turn it off. And if you don't like gay, don't be gay. See?
If I don't like what?
If you don't like gay, don't be gay. That's what I always tell people. Just don't.
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, you just turn off what you don't like. We're gonna move on to the next subject, and our next subject is, what is the next subject? To my producer back there. That one is. No, it's not. It is? Oh, I don't know. It's out of order.
University of Houston.
I missed 5. Okay, we're gonna go to anybody watching college basketball. The basketball team.
Now that they've dwindled it down to 4 and Houston is in there, I'm in there. So yeah, I'm watching.
Okay. Gonzaga is just unstoppable. I don't know what the deal is with them. They're unstoppable.
I didn't follow it up.
And I'm just curious to see whether they can win. I think they play UCLA, so that should be a good game this week. UCLA and Gonzaga. I want to see that one. I believe that's who play. Now, y'all, if I'm wrong on that one too, Gabrielle and Charlie. I'd be so busy, all I can I'll do is glance at this stuff. So y'all don't hold me. I'm in the area. So it might not be all the way right, but I think they play it. But Gonzaga is undefeated. I think they're 30-0 or 31-0 or something like that. And they just beat everybody down by double digits.
They're 30-0.
Nobody can beat these people. They might beat the Atlanta Hawks.
You want to hear a little secret, Julius? I can remember about less than 10 years ago, they were considered an underdog, a Cinderella team, trying to get in, and just upset a few people. And now
back in the day,
a powerhouse.
Back in the day, it was them, Pepperdine, and a couple of other colleges. Remember back on that West Coast?
Yeah.
And but Gonzaga built their program. Their program just kept building. Pepperdine was on the move for a while back in the day when Dennis Johnson and all of them came from out of there. Back in the day. I believe I got that right too. Y'all might want to fact check me on that too.
I'm pulling for Baylor because they got the boy from Liberty County. Yeah, the boy Mitchell, number 45, is from Liberty County. They won the state championship in 2016. The 3 AAA state championship. If it wasn't the 3 AAA, it was a 4A, but I think it was a 3 AAA up in Hinesville. And I'm pulling for Baylor. But, again, when Baylor go against, if they get to the finals against Gonzaga, clearly Gonzaga is favored to win by 10 points. Easily. So that's basically that's it. I don't think nobody gonna beat Gonzaga. I think they're gonna be in the final, and I want it to be Baylor.
Well,
Okay.
Baylor got to get through University of Houston first, and
that's not an easy task.
no,
that's not an easy task.
Oh, so that's the Final Four? Houston, Baylor.
No, you don't have the Final Four yet.
UCLA.
You don't have the Final Four yet.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? They already?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
you do have the Final Four.
Yes.
You just got the Final 8 to play each other, and then the 2, right?
Yeah, you got the 4 coming up, and then the championship.
Okay, I know UCLA upset Michigan last night.
Right.
Yeah. So that took it to 4.
So put UCLA against Gonzaga.
Yes, and Baylor against the Cougs.
Okay,
the girls,
the winner of those games go to the championship game.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
On the girls' side, you got Stanford came back. They were getting beat down, and they came back and won that game. And number 1, South Carolina. South Carolina.
Oh, okay. South Carolina going back again?
Yeah, South Carolina right there again.
Good.
So it's their Final Four. So they'll be all right. That'll be something interesting to watch. I don't like watching it lately. COVID has everybody in a funk. So you haven't had time to sit down and do what you used to do and watch it. I've been busy with this.
Well, I know you've been pretty busy because you got a lot of shows on. One of the reasons the enthusiasm in there for me is because you don't have the large crowd. To me, the large crowd add the extra dimension to it for me to watch. The bucket beating baskets and things of that nature. The people getting into the game. You got a few people in there, but you don't have that crowd. That electricity. The way I look at it. I don't have cable, so if it don't come on CBS, I don't get to see the game. So that's why I didn't see no games last night because it was on cable. I saw the games on Monday night.
What do y'all think about this? The NFL players, they're upset because they're adding that one extra game to the roster. Instead of them playing 16 games, they're going to be playing 17 this next season. So
I can give you my opinion. If I made the kind of money they make, 17 games will be fine and dandy. Because even a guy getting a regular contract here, he get about $2 million. And most people, trust me, a great deal will make $2 million in a lifetime. So, I'm just giving you my opinion. They added another game. I know I'm not playing the game, but look at some of the salaries these guys making. I'm saying, negotiate for more money and say we're gonna play an extra game. Give everyone who make teams additional $100,000 or $200,000. And I'm saying with it.
Yeah, and we got baseball season coming up until we get back into football. Some colleges are going into football in the spring and then going to have a double season, I believe, because they missed the football season pass. So there's going to be a lot of footballs on baseball is the only thing we got now with we got basketball and baseball. So we'll see what's going on. We're going to get to the last subject of tonight. And the last subject is, did you spend all your stimulus money?
Well, I can answer. You shared a story with me about the guy who was in charge was a Republican. I cannot think of his name right off the top of my head, but he had it hold up for people with Social Security, and the people money gonna be released on the 7th of April or the 8th, and then some more gonna be released in the middle of April. But Joe Biden administrator already terminated him. He came from Donald Trump. So that was a faction which you were sharing. So I hadn't got no stimulus money at all, Julius.
Oh, so you weren't one of them people who holding up traffic, going to the malls all weekend.
Well, I personally don't go to the mall. You have a tendency to allege. I do a lot of things, and I say allege. I want you to stop doing that, because son, after the show over with, I need to ask you a question, because you alleged made a statement a while ago. I just didn't follow up on it right at the moment.
Okay, all right.
All right.
But you know, I'm pissed off because I filed my taxes too early. Last year I was able, well, before I filed my taxes, I was able to get the stimulus money because I made under the cutoff.
Oh,
well, I thank God for my raise, but it put me over. It put
you over
the new cutoff.
It put me over the new cutoff,
which is 80,000.
Yeah, I was already over that, but when I filed my taxes, because even with my deductions and everything, I was still over the cutoff. I was like, "Well, damn."
Hey, Charlie. Charlie.
Yeah.
We know who to call for a loan now.
If I would have left it like last year, I would have been right there up under it. Boy, I was so upset. I said,
well, I can tell you those malls were packed. I'm talking about jam packed.
Julius, Easter too plays into it as well.
Well, yeah, they gave it out at Easter time.
But they still needed money. Right. They still have to have money to go out there Easter. But you were right. But I'm saying you got a double head, two-head swole there going on. Because if the parents didn't really have the money, they put it on credit cards. They found something. They want their little babies to look good on Easter.
Who still goes out? Who still does that?
A lot of people does. Come on.
I do not dress up. I'm not dressed up for Easter in God.
Yeah.
I mean, I come like Jesus say we supposed to.
I'm gonna give Miss Brown, my wife, some Shirley Temples and get her a little short dress with a little ruffle showing, and we going to church on Sunday. How you like that?
My problem was I was frustrated because I ended up taking the exit in Pula and got stuck in traffic for 30 minutes and couldn't go 3 blocks in 30 minutes. The light kept catching because the traffic wasn't moving, because everybody was going into Walmart, they were going into the Tangler, they were going into Sam's. I was just frustrated. I was just trying to go get my car washed.
And who has gotten spoiled being online church?
On what?
I mean, because I go to church now more than I ever have, because I go to Hope, once a month. I go to Agape in Savannah. I go to TD Jakes. I go all.
Wow.
Charlie.
Yeah, I'm listening.
She go to all those churches. Maybe you and I should start a church, because if she tithing, we need our part.
No, I give my 10% of my time. I give 10% of my time.
I'm not gonna go there because I don't want to have people say you robbing God. I'm not going to go there. Okay.
Yeah, but
Charlie is in the church.
Are you a deacon, Charlie? You look like a deacon.
Yeah,
I'm not. No, I'm not a deacon. I'm not a deacon, But if they start a deacon board, I'm planning to be deacon of finance because it's important. It is important.
I say, I love going to church in the parking lot. I can see my neighbors and not touch them. Reach out and touch your neighbor. If you touch and agree with your neighbor. Turn around, turn to your left and tell your neighbor, God did it. Yeah. You can
blow
do
your
that,
horn.
Gabrielle.
Blow your horn. Blow your horn at your neighbor. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that
Y'all
traffic
doing
was
too
so
much.
bad. I couldn't stand it. The traffic just had me all messed up. I was really kind of frustrated and mad that everybody got the check at the same time when they should have gave them checks out after Easter.
Well, Julius, you know, well, yeah, that'd have probably been good because
They
the kids
knew
would
what they
have
were doing.
the
They were
kids had to
stimulating
wait
the economy.
leftovers.
Yeah, they were
You know what I'm
stimulating the
saying?
economy for real, Charlie.
The kids had to wait leftovers. You know, if the checks didn't come,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that's not a bad thing.
no,
Teach the kids how to wear stuff from last year or
yeah.
secondhand stuff.
But
We
you
had
know what's
to.
so bad? I guess we live in a black city here. And I just looked around. I said the first thing I said, well, all these people, I said one thing they could do, if they give them a check, they can count the black population to stimulate the economy because we're going to spend that damn money.
Exactly.
Every
It's-
year.
and not nobody paying their bills, paying off. I mean, doing the necessary things. And that's what I told my daughters. I said, you guys make sure that you pay your bills. Don't go out there just
Right.
willy-nilly buying crab legs and all kind of foolishness. Go pay your bills.
My
you know,
next door
you got?
neighbor,
How many
my
daughters you have?
huh?
4.
You have 4 daughters? Wow.
My next door neighbor has a online business. But I tell y'all, she did great. The cars were always, I thought I lived, I ain't gonna tell you, I ain't know where I lived at one day. I was wondering what the hell going on right here. Daytime like this is what, because there's never nobody out here. I'm wondering what the hell. They were rolling up.
What they were picking up orders?
Yeah, they were picking up their orders. She got an online clothing business.
Oh, okay.
And believe me, she does great. So
that's interesting.
Just gave her a shameless plug.
we was driving around looking for some place to eat, and every place we went, they had lines wrapped around the corners and stuff. There was a lot of people out there at restaurants and stuff. You're right, Julian. So I was just surprised.
Yeah, it's the GOP is they got to push now to dump these masks, so that's gonna make it even worse. Not only are they trying to change the voter laws, they want to distract us with they want to get rid of the masks. So that's their distraction, so they can continue to put these foul voter laws in. We got about 13 minutes left, 12 minutes left, y'all. About 12 minutes left, and we are on our last subject, I believe. I just want to let everybody know, don't go spend all that money. If you still got your check and you was frustrated and couldn't go spend it, Cecilia said they give the stimulus for you to spend to help the economy get back up. That's correct. They ain't give it to you to save, but they also give it to you so you can do something good with it, like start a business or something. You can stimulate the company. I mean, stimulate the country. But I got a couple of good investments for you all. I don't know whether Eden been changing that bottom ticker or not. I ain't checked in the last hour. I just changed it. We got a couple of great investments. You can invest in Apex Triumph right angle, the R90 helmet. Go to apextriumph.com. You can go to apextriumph.com. That's a great investment for that check. You also can invest in Ivory Bay. Ivory Bay. You need to check into Ivory Bay. that's a great investment for everybody to look at investing, so we can start growing our community, so we can what they call that thing, what they do to our communities, what they do to our communities when they come in and take it over,
Gentrification.
yeah, well, we could gentrify our own neighborhoods. And then you got join the APRI, y'all. Join A. Philip Randolph Institute. Join them. Great institution that is there for the people, so that they can fight these harsh labor laws. They're a nonprofit. Ain't but $25 a year to join. Me and Charlie, I think we're both members. Y'all join APRI, A. Philip Randolph Institute. They fight for the little man. They get in there fight with the people. So
they are the voice of the small man. They will stand up for any injustice. If you're not familiar with them, look them up. Jerome Irvin is the executive director. He does a real good job getting out the vote. He was instrumental in Chatham County and surrounding areas. So I'm telling everyone, please look at join being involved. And I want to thank everybody for letting us express ourselves tonight. I'm happy you got to hear Miss Sandra McKeechin talk. She ran almost close like a Mississippi Ripper, but it wasn't as overbearing as an individual. So I'm gonna say that'll be it for me tonight. I'm gonna sit back now and let y'all close it up. I'm not going nowhere, but I'm gonna put it on mute.
Yeah, we about to get out of here. We got anybody got any great funds that you think that you want to give to? Charlie, I'll be calling you and Sandra in the next couple of days, because I want y'all to do that right there.
The Julius Hall campaign fund? What you running for?
I don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't know yet. Look at my campaign manager in the back talking about down like that. Look at my campaign manager. My campaign manager done failed on me.
First of all, Charlie, if you could go out there and diligently put up signs for Al Scott, you better put up some signs for Julius Hall. I'm telling you, he run for all at you. I'm gonna need you to do this.
That's right. That's right. Don't forget, you can get me the funds to run and win in my community. I don't know what I'm running for yet, but I am. So
even though I'm still
about
this Van Johnson situation, we're gonna try to forgive you. I'm gonna try to forgive you.
But I'm not running in Savannah. I'm running outside of Savannah. So it's a city outside of Savannah. So y'all get ready. Hey, Ivan Cohen told me don't use Charlie Brown services. Don't use Charlie's services.
He called you a mismanager.
He's doing Ivan. He's using it. He's doing some pro bono work and in kind donations. So I got two of the greatest political heads in South Carolina and Georgia running my campaign. Charlie Brown and Donald Gilliard. Charlie Brown and Donald Gilliard. They're my campaign managers. So y'all get ready. And we're going to be doing some great things in Port Wentworth. And y'all get ready, because we're going to build a better Port Wentworth. There's a lot of things. I'm not going to give y'all my campaign speech, but y'all, when I do announce, y'all are here. I'm going to make sure I do it on a Wednesday so we can have it right here, so my campaign manager can tell y'all how great I am, right?
We know you're great. I didn't even realize that it's been 2 years since Chester Dunham passed away.
Yeah, they named the street after him. You're right, and that was great. Chester was Chester was a good guy. He'll talk you to death, but he was a great guy.
He really was.
Great.
I
He
mean,
spent 60 years. 60 years.
You know, I'm supposed to be on mute. What street and what area they named the street after him, Julian?
Right in front of the Longshoreman Hall, that street where you turn into the Longshoreman Hall.
Right.
They made that a street.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so that was great. And we look forward to turning on that street when we go to functions over there at the Longshoreman Hall. Anyway, that's gonna just about do it for us. Don't forget all the things that we told you tonight. We're here to bring you the news. We're here to bring you information. Stay tuned to this. Changes coming. We ain't gonna announce them yet, but we start to, and we'll give you the information so that you can make a decision. We might not be accurate. We might not be accurate all the time, but we're gonna continue to give you information and have it out for you. You can your own research. See here and what side the what loves to say. So with that being said, any last words, Sandra?
Do not forget to go to www.protectthevotegeorgia.org. Get involved because we need to protect our vote. And have a great rest of the week.
Charlie Brown, any last words, Charlie Brown?
We love you.
Everything good on your end? Okay, if I could get my producer on the ball, she's gonna take us out of here, and we're gonna say good night.